Hello armies, I'm back again with another Karma is an Army video. Our first topic is about BTS official solo debuts. On June 14, 2022, BTS announced a temporary break for their group activities and announced their upcoming solo debuts after solely focusing on their group promotions for the first 9 years of their career. While some of the members already worked on multiple solo projects, they actually hasn't debuted officially as a soloist yet, thus this will be the kickstart of their musical journey as an individual. And of course the media saw this as a weakness and started campaigning for the next BTS as soon as they saw the opportunity. Not only them, a lot of other K-pop fans also think the same. They saw this as a chance for their faves to shine without the overwhelming presence of BTS. But in just a few weeks after that, BTS reportedly occupied the top 8 of the biggest song debut by K-pop artist on Spotify 2022, with Yet to Come as the number 1. It's ironic how the song itself is about the next moment that is yet to come for BTS, and it's absolutely right. Despite of it, people will always feel threatened by BTS, but they also tends to downplay them a lot, and it's prominently seen here as they are not seeing the members themselves as a competitor and erasing them completely for the next BTS candidate. Going back to a few years ago, a lot of K-pop fans believed that BTS will never thrive as a soloist, in which the media harshly labeled the members as nothing without the group. These assumptions were based on their individual projects and collaborations which weren't promoted officially, thus it is not a fair and solid judgment for them to make. But now let's talk about this conversation again, because BTS members has finally started debuting as soloist. And guess what? All top 7 biggest debuts by Korean soloist on Spotify global chart is currently occupied by BTS members. Left and Right, Dreamers, Stay Alive, The Astronaut, More, Wildflower, and Vibe. The only BTS member who's not on the list is V, and it's because he hasn't released any solo work in 2022. His latest solo release was Christmas Tree, which earned the top single debut on global Spotify in 2021 and debuted at number 79 on Billboard Hot 100 chart. All top 3 biggest first week album debuts by a Korean soloist on Spotify is also currently occupied by BTS members. RM also debuted at number 7 on Spotify Top Artist Global chart and outcharted BTS by 1 spot. After its announcement ended, BTS was trending on Twitter because it's really evident that competition is just BTS versus BTS. The only one who will fill the next BTS spot is BTS members themselves, not others. And now comparing this to side by side is surely hilarious to me, and once again a reminder that Karma is indeed an army. Do you remember this FIFA poll in 2018? This poll single-handedly causing a lot of chaos, multiple fandom voting against BTS, and claiming fake love wasn't suitable for World Cup, just for it to end up being a draw. Now in 2022, Jungkook was chosen as the artist to sing the new FIFA World Cup song Dreamers. He was also chosen to perform said song at the opening ceremony in Qatar, making history as the first Korean soloist to do so. And starting with that, let's talk about the scale of their solo performance debut. J-Hope performed his album Jack in the Box on Lollapalooza, or famously known as Harbapalooza. He is the first Korean soloist to headline a major US music festival, with more than 100k live audience and 14.9 million live viewers. Jin performed his first single, The Astronaut, with Coldplay at River Plate Stadium, Argentina, with 70k live audience, this performance also being broadcasted in thousands of cinemas worldwide. Lastly, RM being the first Korean soloist to perform a full set performance at Tiny Desk concert with 2.8 million views. This is just the glimpse of their success as a soloist. They have many other achievements that couldn't be included here, but in conclusion, they are certainly not a flop. Thanks for worrying whether they're gonna make it or not, but our record breaker are doing just fine, both as a group or as a soloist, and just like what Yoongi said previously, there will be no next BTS and everyone should accept that fact. The next topic is sabotage attempt by Spotify and Billboard. On November 30th, Spotify announced Jungkook as the most streamed K-pop soloist on Spotify Global in 2022, but a day after Spotify made some last-minute changes by removing collaboration songs for the most streamed K-pop soloist ranking. Spotify then announced Lisa of Blackpink as the most streamed K-pop soloist on Spotify Global in 2022. ARMYs were highly suspicious of this and actively called out Spotify for being unprofessional and corrupt. Based on their original calculation, Jungkook should be the most streamed K-pop soloist, and based on their new changes, J-Hope should be the most streamed K-pop soloist, not the other artist who were announced as the record holder. After receiving a lot of backlash and callouts, Spotify ended up apologizing and claimed to correct their mistake. They announced for the last time that Jungkook was indeed the most streamed K-pop soloist in 2022. This was frustrating on so many levels, because we know this wasn't the first time Spotify tried to sabotage BTS, and we also know this wouldn't be the last time for them to do this. And this was really similar to what happened earlier in 2022, when some of the media announced Blackpink as Group of the Year at VMA Awards way before the actual announcement, and deleted their tweets when BTS was announced as the real winner. Aside from this controversy, BTS were totally dominating Spotify rap chart in 2022, and it's simply not easy to hide their achievements. Moving on to Billboard, do you remember this interview they did in 2021? Namjoon told them to change the chart rules instead of blaming ARMYs for buying BTS songs. On January 2022, Billboard actually did it. They changed the rules for their Hot 100 chart because of BTS and ARMY. With the new rules, only one digital sale will be counted per customer per week for songs and albums, and bulk purchase will not be counted anymore. First of all, them making this change is a proof that Billboard is terrified of BTS and ARMY's power. They are doing all of that to limit song purchase, but they did nothing for radio stream payola. This isn't only about Billboard, it's about the music industry as a whole who needs profit from radio play. Organic success like BTS is a threat and they need to be eliminated by any ways possible. The most bizarre thing I've seen is K-pop fans who are celebrating for this rule change, instead of worrying how this gonna affect their fave to chart on BB Hot 100. Their first instinct was to celebrate how it's gonna stop BTS from charting on top 10. But in just a few months after Bad Decisions debuted at top 10 Billboard Hot 100, BTS were also dominating the highest debut on this chart by Korean acts with 11 songs in 2022. Now BTS has 6 songs as number 1 hits, 10 top 10 hits and 26 songs charted on Billboard Hot 100 throughout the years. And with the newest entry from Vibe at number 76 on Hot 100 chart, all 7 members of BTS have now charted on the Hot 100 as a soloist. It's true that the new rules is negatively affecting BTS, but it's not gonna stop them from entering the chart and we will always do our best to support them.
Book of photos from the entire album.
I opened up this dang box and it was just all the most beautiful BTS related goodies in the world.
Do you see my outfit already right now? It's like this and this.
You're ready to go to the concert right now.
These are my 2 brain cells.
If you're a K-popper, you need to try Clutebox. Clutebox specially curates a box full of collectible K-pop merch and delicious Korean snacks straight to your door every season. Just go to clutebox.com, choose your favorite K-pop group and member, and don't forget to enjoy Clutebox with your friends.
You know what I mean? Only if we had this when we were watching the Blackpink concert last year.
No.
You should go ahead and get one.
Thank you so much, Clutebox!
The next topic is about brand ambassadors. In 2021, a lot of K-pop fans were making fun of BTS when they were announced as McDonald's brand ambassadors, comparing them with their faves who were the ambassadors of luxurious brands. But in just a few days later, BTS were announced as Louis Vuitton brand ambassadors, shutting them down completely with the announcement. And now 2 years later, after they started their solo career and their contract with LV has ended, a lot of different high fashion brands were competing to get each BTS members as their brand ambassadors. As of now, Dior has successfully signed Jimin as their global ambassador, and Valentino has successfully signed Suga as their brand ambassador. At the same time, J-Hope is currently attending Paris Fashion Week to a lot of different brands, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, and Dior, in which the newest global ambassador Jimin also attend. Previously Dior has designed custom outfits for BTS in 2019, which they wore throughout their Speak Yourself concert all around the world. Following the announcement, Dior achieved their all-time highest stocks after announcing Jimin as their global ambassador, which is their highest stock price in 31 years. Previously, Louis Vuitton also achieved their all-time highest stock after announcing BTS as their global ambassadors. Back in 2022, V were also invited to sell in Spring-Summer 2022 collection in Paris. Aside from this, other members reportedly has been selected as ambassadors of other different brands and are coordinating details ahead of the announcement. In conclusion, BTS members is in high demand among some of the most notorious fashion brands all around the world, and the reason why they were not being signed with them earlier in their career was because they were prioritizing their music and their group. It's not because they were not wanted, it's because they were too expensive to sign as a 7-person package deal. And not all brands can afford that. In 2018, BTS met Pharrell Williams and took a picture with him, which they posted on Twitter. Shortly after that, fans from other groups were overanalyzing Pharrell's expressions and thought that he was bored and uninterested with BTS. But in 2022, Pharrell ended up having an exclusive interview of musicians on Musicians for Rolling Stone magazine. And turns out he was just containing himself and trying not to be overexcited to meet BTS back in 2018 because he wanted to work on a music together with them. This similarly happened earlier when Psy announced his comeback in 2022. Someone confidentially said that BTS should move over because the real king of K-pop has returned to his throne, just for Psy to ended up collaborating with Suga and even convinced him to dance and appeared in the music video. Psy is actually really supportive of BTS since a long time ago, and he's continuing to do so until now. The next topics is about daesangs. Fans from another fandom used to make fun of BTS for not having any daesang, but now in 2023 BTS has 71 daesangs and extended their record as the artist with the most daesangs in history. In 2022, BTS won Mama Platinum, awarded to the artist who won 4 out of 4 daesangs in a year, and BTS achieved this for 3 years in a row. Other than the daesangs, some of the members also won solo awards this year. Jin won Individual Fan and Star Choice Award at the Fact Music Awards. J-Hope won the Most Popular Male Artist at Mnet Music Awards. Jungkook won the Collaboration Song at People's Choice Awards. V won Host of the Year at PK Awards. And Suga won Best Collaboration at Mnet Music Awards. And of course, like a clockwork, other fandoms started complaining about how unfair it was and accusing BTS of buying the awards, claiming that their fave who won the most popular group should win a daesang instead. First of all, everyone sounds like this whenever BTS get a new daesangs. Second of all, this is ridiculous because they're comparing daesangs to an award that doesn't even have a clear criteria and were only announced on the spot without a clear nomination lists. So which one do you think was the most likely to be a fraud and rigged? The one with detailed criteria or the one with no criteria at all? And once again, I need everyone to understand that as long as BTS still at the top and still qualified to win an award, then they will and should win it, and it doesn't matter what you think about it. The next topic is about the Grammys. In October 2022, BTS submitted yet to come for 4 Grammy nominations: Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Duo Group Performance, and Best Music Video. After the submissions were revealed, a lot of people were making fun of BTS for submitting yet to come at the Grammys, and they think BTS will never get any nomination with this song. Predictions really got them gagged, and if My Fave's album really ended up being nominated, and they become the first Asian group in history to be nominated at Album of the Year, I'm going to laugh at your face. Ha 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 ha. Karma is an army, because in November 2022 BTS ended up getting 3 major Grammy nominations, and one of them is the Best Music Video nomination for Yet to Come. The other 2 are the Best Duo Group Performance for My Universe with Coldplay, and Album of the Year nomination for Music of the Spheres as featuring artist and co-writers. J-Hope's Equal Sign is also nominated for Best Song for Social Change, which is a special merit award by the Blue Ribbon Committee. And now BTS has become the first Korean act in history to have 5 Grammy nominations in total throughout the years, surpassing Sumi Jo with 3 nominations. yet to come has also becomes the first song in full Korean to be honored with the Grammy nominations alongside My Universe that's also half Korean in the 60 for long years of Grammy history. Whether they will win or not, no one can change the fact that they're the first Korean act to ever achieve this, and the fans of other groups who are making fun of them simply need to touch some grass and remember how no one including their fave has ever gotten 5 Grammy nominations except BTS. The last topic is about BTS and their cultural achievements. As a diplomat and a holder of Cultural Merit Awards, BTS has been doing their duties in various ways, went to the UN General Assembly meeting in 2021, got invited to the White House to discuss about anti-Asian hate in 2022, and being the honorary ambassadors of 2030 Busan Expo. They held a special concert in Busan with around 50k live audience and 49 million viewers on Weverse. This is BTS and this is their contributions. There is no one who can replicate BTS and what they have achieved. They are a living legend and they should be treated as such. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You can also support me on Ko-fi. See you in the next video.